Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. So first things first, I dyed my hair blonde, as y'all can see. Hope y'all like it. But other than that, this video has been a long time coming, y'all. Like, I promise you, I recorded it like 3 times, didn't like any of the times I recorded it, and finally it's just like, let me put it out there. So I'm going to take you guys literally through my whole spiritual journey, because I feel like I've reached a point where I'm in a place where I can share with others what I've learned, and they'd be able to start their own journey based off of my knowledge, if that makes sense, right? So we're about to just get into it. Now, before anything, I'm just gonna say what I mean by spiritual journey. So when I say spiritual journey, I literally mean like me getting more in tune with myself, with my higher self. Now, before anybody starts saying, oh, this is witchcraft, this is this is that, I am a God-fearing woman, period. I put God in everything that I do, whether it be my tarot cards, whether it be my healing crystals, my manifestations. I put God first in everything that I do. It's all about your interpretation of things, okay? Okay, now that we're past that, when I say spiritual journey, I'm talking basically about me getting in touch with my inner self, my higher self, just aligning my chakras, really putting myself in a better place mentally, spiritually, and physically. Like, I'm trying to get myself into that space where if I feel myself getting put into a bad mood, I know how to maneuver myself out of it so that's not detrimental to me. Get it? Got it? Good. I'm gonna just basically tell y'all like how I started on my spiritual journey. Now, it all started with 5 crystals, y'all. I went to the mall and I saw a little kiosk, and I would see healing crystals pop up on my Instagram and stuff like that, but it was never anything big. And I saw them at the mall, and I looked at the kiosk, and I was like, wow, this is something I want to do. So it was 5 for $20, and I was like, you know what? I got $20. Like, let me just get 5. So I found ones that correlated with my zodiac sign, and I got the ones that everyone else would get, like clear quartz. I didn't have any amethyst. I got jade, tiger eye, red jasper, and a wishing stone one. I remember exact ones I got. Now, I'm the type of person, like, I'll go on a journey by myself, but I like having other people to really talk to it about. So I didn't have that much, and because I didn't have that, it kind of discouraged me from getting deeper and deeper into it. Because I felt like, I don't like what, I feel like I'm being judged. Like, I'm gonna keep it 100 with y'all. I don't like feeling judged. And I felt like some of the people that I was around, like, was looking at me like, what the hell is Kyah doing? So I was just like, you know what? Let me just, whatever. Like, I lost the interest. So then I was in a place like mentally where I just felt beaten. Like, I felt defeated. I felt like the world was just shitting on me, to be honest with you. And I went to a metaphysical shop. It wasn't even a real metaphysical shop. It was called Infinity's End. And that was one place that I literally, like, I felt like it was speaking to me. Don't think I'm crazy. I was just like, I want to go inside. And I went inside, and they ended up having the most amazing healing crystal collection. And I was just in a bad place mentally. And a lot of the crystals I felt like would help me get out of that place, or would help me manifest the energy to get out of that place. So I was talking to the girl, the cashier, and she's explaining to me how they work, like going deeper into it than I already knew. And I just got a whole bunch of crystals. So then I went to that store again, and ended up getting a whole bunch more crystals. And then on that same trip, we were in like a stadium, and there was a guy, and he was selling amulets. And he showed me the amulet that was like more so resonated with my zodiac. And mind you, I was going after the love one, because I was like, my love life is trash. I want the love one. I want the rose quartz. I want the rose quartz. And he's like, you are an Aries. The citron one is good for you. He was like, actually, I think you need citron. Take citron. He was probably like, girl, you need to stop worrying about relationships and worry about yourself. But whatever. Thank you, mister. Because citron is one of my, honest to God, favorite healing crystals now. But after that, like, I was in a place where I really didn't care. Like, I was just like, this is something that I know is going to help me in the long run. And then I don't know what it was. Like, I promise you, I'm going to say it was the universe. I'm going to say it was God. I'm going to say it was like my guardian angels and everything. Because when I tell y'all, I was put in so many situations where, like, getting healing crystals and going to metaphysical shops was like right there. Mind you, I lived in the middle of nowhere. Like, it was literally trips that I went on with my school and stuff like that I was getting to see these things and getting to like buy them and purchase them and go through all this. So towards the end, I'd say the end of my senior year is when I really got into it. Like, I was buying books, I was reading online, I was in my room like laying out all my crystals. I used to leave them out in the moonlight and everything. And that was when I realized, like, this is something that literally just put me at peace. Like, I had to sit back for a moment and be like, whoa, Kyah, hold on. You're chilling right now. Like, I'm not angry. I'm not mad. I'm not hurt. Like, I'm literally in a better place. So once I started noticing those feelings, it was over. Like, I was like, okay, I'm going to get deeper and deeper into it. Then Corona hit. So what did I have to do? Absolutely nothing but work on my spirituality. So honestly, like, I was just in the crib. I was ordering crystals. Like, I ordered like sets online. And they came with booklets, and I had my own books myself. So I was reading those booklets and reading my books and seeing which ones correlate with each other and seeing how they work and learning more and more and more. And as I got deeper into the healing crystals, it started like really branching off into my chakras, into just me as a person, my aura. And I realized how much all of this correlates. I started really listening to meditation online, and I started listening to horoscopes and tarot readings and all of that. And I was just like, wow, like, all of this contributes to how we are as people. And I'm not gonna lie to y'all, like, sometimes I would listen to my horoscope and it won't be what I want to hear. Like, the person would sit there and be like, you know what, Aries, you're not doing this right. You need to get it together, and you need to sit down and stop feeling sorry for yourself. Literally, that's what my tarot reading said at that time when Corona had first happened, because I was in a point where I was just feeling sorry for myself. So hearing stuff like that and like knowing that it's not what I want to hear, but it's the place where I literally am right now, it made me sit there and be like, okay, so let me see why this person feels like they know me. Or none of it made sense. Like, I knew everything separately, but I never saw how they work together. And that's what I wanted to learn. So the deeper I got, honestly, over the last couple months, I started reading up on astrology. I started reading up on numerology. I just started reading up on my chakras and just me as a woman. It's amazing. Like, I feel like it has put me in such a better place mentally, physically. Like, I can wake up and feel like I'm in a good mood. Like, I'll read affirmations. Later on, I'll show you guys my affirmation wall and all that good stuff. But honestly, it's just like, it puts you in a better place. It puts you in a way better place. And I noticed that I was in a completely different place from where I was before, from before I started this whole crystal journey and everything. And it's because I did it for myself. I stopped looking for validation in others around me, because this is a journey, honestly, you take for yourself. Like, you're always going to want to know what your friends think about it, and you're always going to worry about what other people think about it. But once you get rid of that ideology and you're just in a place where you're like, this is for my personal growth, and once you get selfish for real, that's when, like, it starts to get deeper and you start seeing things and you start noticing things. Like, I'm not going to lie, even like comparing me to myself a couple months ago, even now, like, there's certain stuff I don't tolerate. There's certain people I don't like vibe with anymore, just because I know, like, I took these steps in my spiritual journey and it separated me. And instead of just running back and wondering why, I'm just going forward and I'm just pushing forward. So that's the place that I'm at now with my spiritual journey. I'm still working, like I said to you guys. So now that I gave you guys basically the little rundown, how I started, where I'm at, I'm going to show you guys my, what I like to call Kyah's Corner, my metaphysical collection. So we're about to just get into it. Now, first off, I'm going to start off with healing crystals. So I'm going to just show you guys like the main ones, like some of my favorites. And yeah, so this is an amethyst cluster, and this is honestly one of the first big clusters that I ever got, and I love it. Like, it's literally so cute. It looks so raw, so natural, and I honestly just love amethyst. Honestly, one of those universal crystals. So I have a million forms of amethyst, but this right here is my favorite, and it's my only cluster, so I'm very proud of it. So this is my clear opal one, and I literally tell everybody when I pull up this crystal or when they come in my room and they see it like on my desk, they'll be like, oh, this is the first one that they pick up. And I always tell them it looks like the dragon tails. Like, I wish oh, that one. Like, it looks like that stone to me. And I love it because it's so iridescent. It's supposed to manifest that energy of just calm and peace. And I get that from this. Like, it looks like there's water in it to me. Like, honestly, it's mad heavy, but it looks so lightweight and so transparent. And the iridescence of it is just beautiful. Like, just looking at my crystals, y'all, will put me in a good mood. I promise y'all. This is again one of my favorite. Snowflake Obsidian. It's one of my favorite polished ones. And this is Citron, my baby. My baby. Right there. Like, you see how this is real, like, looks like you just chipped it off of a cluster, and this looks like you sat there and polished it. Like, I'm a fan of more so raw crystals than polished, but I do have more polished. Now, next, I'm going to get into my jewelry. This is the amulet I was talking to you guys about, and it's honestly so pretty to me. Like, it looks so big and it looks so, like, brassy, but it's so pretty to me. And when that guy was literally yelling at me, like, you need to get Citron, you don't need no rose quartz, I was just like, sir, you knew that me and Citron was meant to be. Next in my jewelry collection, I'm wearing them. This is my chakra bracelet. Now, it's an oil bracelet. You're supposed to put whatever oil you feel like you want to manifest during the day, whether it be a prosperity oil, a love oil, something for protection, whatever it may be. Love them because they're just comforting. Like, this is my green aventura and pearl bracelet. I got this downtown Brooklyn, and I was at a crystal. When I tell y'all crystals just be popping up, I was at a crystal kiosk. Like, a lady in the middle of downtown was just selling crystals. And I kid y'all not, I went to her 3 times in one day. And this was the absolute last thing I bought from her. And she had put this little charm on it that says joy. And honestly, it's just so cute. Like, I love this bracelet. And my 7 chakra one, you have from your crown chakra all the way down to your root chakra. And it's lit. So next up, I have my pendulum. Now, I don't use this because I don't know completely how to. I'm not gonna lie to y'all, but I do have it. It's a rose quartz pendulum, and through the book Sacred Woman by Queen Afua, they do have pendulum healing, and you can like help locate just not dirty auras, but just like unclean chakras around your body, and you can learn what you have to work on. So that aspect I'm learning how to do, so it's good to have this around for when I do master that. Like my crystal aspect. So now I'm gonna get into like my library, my cards, all that good stuff. Now we get into what I call my little library. These are just a couple books that I've started to collect based off of just what aspect of this spiritual journey that I wanted to go on next. So this is the first book I got. It's called Crystal for Beginners. I got this in Philly when I was on one of those adventures that led me to crystal. The person who owned the shop was like, oh my gosh, this book has everything. Like, she didn't even look through it for real, which was sus, because I'm like, girl, you're not looking through your own products. What the hell? But I ended up picking up a really good one, and this book has it all, like the top 10 crystals. If you want to know what top 10 crystals you should tune into, definitely tune into Crystal of the Day on my Instagram at the only Kyah Imani. But other than that, it literally shows you, like, it breaks down all the crystals for you. So it's honestly like one of those things that literally, it's for beginners. Like, you don't have to sit there and be like, oh my gosh, I don't know what to do. Like, Google's honestly mad confusing. It's like a textbook, honestly. It's a textbook. So the second book I'm going to show y'all is my numerology book. Now, this book helps you dissect your birth chart, your relationships. It decodes relationships, maximizes opportunities, and discover your destiny. Now, going through this journey, I learned that I had to learn about me as a person. And a lot of what me as a person has to do with is my birth. So I wanted to learn more about angel numbers and just numbers in general. Like, if you know me, I'm obsessed with the number 747. Got my birth certificate, and I was born at 747. So learning that and learning how your birth time, your birth date, even where you were born plays so much of a part in you as a person, I wanted to learn more about that. So this is A Beginner's Guide to Numerology by Joy Woodward. I definitely would recommend this, y'all. It's fun math. It's fun math when it's about you. So that's honestly 10 out of 10 would recommend. Then I have the complete guide to astrology, understanding yourself, your signs, and your birth chart. And let me tell y'all, this book has literally became like a holy grail to me. I don't know why. Like, it's literally been my holy grail. I go into it because I want to learn more about risings and just why people do things. Like, when people be like, I'm an Aquarius, that's why I do that. It's because I'm a Pisces, actually. Like, when people used to say that to me, I'll be like, I know I'm an Aries, and I always used to. Aries are very self-centered and very selfish. If you're an Aries, then you know we all got that narcissistic energy. So I was just like, I'd only read about Aries, but reading about other zodiac signs and seeing how your ascending sign and your rising, saying you're so much more than your sun sign. Like, you're your moon sign, you're your ascending sign. Like, all those signs have something to do with, I just dropped something, but all those signs have something to do with you as a person. So even if you don't want to get so deep into astrology, as in learning about other signs, like why other signs do certain things, definitely look into your sun, moon, and ascending sign and just learn about you. Learn about why you do the things you do. Learn about why you say the things you say, why you feel the way you feel, because it can help you analyze that. So even if you don't want to get all into it, you should still get a little bit into it. And honestly, the complete guide to astrology is the way to go. So I 10 out of 10 recommend this book to all of you. Now, the next book I have is the Sacred Woman by Queen Anfua that I was telling you guys about. Now, honestly, this book is the guide to healing the feminine body, mind, and spirit. Now, women, we are an amazing, amazing, amazing creation. And this book helps us to realize that. It helps us to realize, like, the power in just us and our aura, the effect that we have on the world. Because women, we're amazing. Like, we go through it all. So this book helps us to basically take that nurturing nature that we have and just put it into ourselves, and allows us to rebuild ourselves and to just heal ourselves. So I recommend this book for every woman, even if you're not into the whole healing crystals and metaphysical world or spiritual journey, whatever it may be, you still should read this book. Recommend this to every woman that is watching this. Queen Anfua got us, because we is all queens. So we got to listen to one of our own, period. Now, this isn't a book, but it's a book. This is what I like to call this is just my journal, honestly. Now, I write everything down in this, from letters to my inner child when I feel like I need to analyze things in my past to move on from how I react to certain things. Or I write down, like, crystal of the day. When I dissected each crystal for crystal of the day, tune into my channel. This is what I use. Like, this book, honestly, when you put pen to paper, it helps you visualize your journey, and it honestly helps me dissect, like, what I do know and what I need to know. And I can look back at the old pages and see the mindset I was in when I wrote this, and see how that's changed because I expanded my knowledge on that part. Like how every textbook, you have a notebook in school. Those is my textbooks, and this is my notebook. And I promise y'all, just putting a pen to paper, it helps you track your journey, and it's just very comforting. Like, I honestly just love it. Now we're gonna go into more so my manifestation tools. The first one I'm going to tell you about is my moon water. While I'm saying my morning affirmations, I just spray this everywhere. Now, it isn't a regular spray bottle, but I wrote moon water on it, and I put shoot for the stars, aim for the moon, because you already know we always shooting for the stars and we always aiming for the moon. We always have nowhere to go but up. And when Pop Smoke said that, I felt it. I felt him when he said that. So I put it on my moon water. And every time, like, I spray it, I honestly, again, it's all about how you feel about it. I feel like it's releasing the energy that I wanted to put into it. I feel like it's releasing those energies every time I spray it and I'm saying my affirmations. Again, I spray it on my bracelet so I know that, like, I have that energy with me. Let me stop spraying it before I end up wasting it. But yes, I definitely recommend getting into moon water. It was recommended to me, so I'm recommending it to y'all. Now we're going to get into my big old bag of sages. Now, this bag smells like Grandma's house. Like, I love it. Sage is strong, though. Like, you got to have a nose for sage. I'm not even going to lie to y'all. Like, this is the sage I didn't open yet. This is, all of my sage, I have white sage. This is for meditation and relaxation. This is a white sage that I'm burning that I put in here because it was just out and I didn't want to leave it out. And this one is specifically for purification and strength. Now, I was using this just around because after I took my LSAT test, I just needed a sense of strength and I just needed to change the aura in my room overall because it was just giving real, like, I definitely recommend panko wood. It smells great to me. It literally smells like the woods, if that makes sense. Like, it smells like a wood air freshener to me, and I love it. So I burn this every single day. I burn it around my crystals. I burn it around my oracle cards, my tarot cards. I burn it just around me when I'm just meditating, and it just gives me that good feeling. Like, it just puts me in a better place. Sage too, but again, if you don't have the nose for sage, start off with panko wood. Now we're coming to the newest additions to my collection, and this is an aspect that I am still learning about and I'm still working on and I'm still trying to grasp. And honestly, like, it's one of the most amazing things ever. Like, it's honestly so fun. Now, I'm gonna introduce y'all to my beautiful tarot cards. Now, I love this deck specifically because, oh wow, this is my favorite card, y'all, the Magician. But honestly, I just love how it has such a modern twist on it, and as compared to like the other oracle cards that there are, and not oracle, tarot cards. And this one is from Modern Witch, and you are a badass being full of life, love, and possibilities. Through this deck, may you find a path to your best self. Like, honestly, if you go into these aspects of life with positivity, it will give nothing but positivity. Now, I'm getting started learning how to read tarot. I've been learning this for about, I'd say, a couple months. I'm getting into it, and I've done readings on my friends, but I ain't at that level yet. So stay tuned, though. I just might start doing readings on my channel. My Modern Witch deck. My mom saw the word witch and almost went crazy, but it does not have to do with witchcraft, y'all. That's just their play on words. And this one also came with a guidebook, so it breaks down all of the tarot cards like the other one I just showed you, and how to read tarot is just bigger. And honestly, I feel like the fact that they come with a guidebook to all the cards, it makes it easier to like learn how to use them and learn how to read them, because as you're going through it, you have basically a textbook to go back to and look at it, and you're able to resonate with the different cards, and it's just very enlightening. Now, next we have my oracle cards, my Moonology oracle cards. Now, these are different from tarot cards. Tarot cards are 78. These can range from, literally, I've seen some with 20 cards, some have 25, some have 35, some can have 100. But there's different forms of oracle cards. Now, this is my first oracle deck, and I honestly am excited about it. Wow, this is the one I took out before, but it says believe in the impossible, and it has the blue moon on it. And honestly, like, I love this deck. Learning how to use it, you can do regular like tarot like spreads with oracle cards, but I personally just do a regular tarot reading, and I will incorporate the oracle cards into that reading. Just incorporating them into the tarot readings, it's like a different aspect. Like, it allows you to take what you learn from the tarot reading and apply it to a phrase, basically. Like, you can apply it to what the oracle card tells you, and you can use that to basically formulate what you need to focus on, or formulate what aspect of your life that you need to change, or you need to manifest what. Like, honestly, it's just enlightening, and it's a great aspect to learn about. So I love me my Moonology oracle cards. Now, don't hate me, I have to show you guys my affirmation wall. Like, this is the last thing I'm going to show you guys. Okay. So friends, this is my affirmation wall. It's literally right next to my bed. Like, first thing I see when I wake up. Now, I have everything on it, from things like read your affirmations to I am ready to accept change to I am really the only Kyah Imani. Like, I just keep adding and adding. So this is definitely a good tool just to put yourself in a better mood in the morning and just like uplift yourself. So yes, this is my little wall of crazy but happy. Now, this is the end of my collection, and honestly guys, like, this is something that I've really wanted to get into, and I just really wanted to share, and I was always just so scared. So I really do appreciate y'all tuning into this. If you guys do want to learn more just about any aspect of this, you can DM me if you're starting your own journey, or if you're on a journey and you want to pick my brain. I love picking people's brains, so like DM me and we could start a whole little friendship over this. Like, I love it. And I will soon start selling starter crystal sets. So if you guys just want to learn more about getting into crystals, you can go on my Instagram at the only Kyah Imani. I'm going to put it right here. And I did do a crystal of the day with the 10 most recommended crystals for people, and you can go see what crystals you resonate with, see what crystals you really want to start off with, or you can just wait for me to drop my starter sets and you can get a starter set from me. So honestly, again, thank you guys for tuning into this. Thank you guys for listening to me, and thank you guys for just supporting me. I honestly love y'all. Like, I feel like y'all just be watching, y'all be there, y'all be listening, and I just love it. Like, I just want to give all y'all a hug. So thank you guys so much for tuning in, and I will see y'all in my next video.